Ice-pocalypse, Snowmageddon last week. I know I saw that down south, specifically Houston, across the border in Texas was like 5 or 6 degrees. At your house, at your office, how bad was it? How cold was it? How deep was it? Tell us about it.
Well, it wasn't cold and as deep as y'all had it. I got to tell you, North Louisiana, I called around and spoke to folks, talked to a couple of sheriffs from around North Louisiana and other constituents, about the effects this cold weather had on us. What concerns me the most is the lack of water, right? Like, this is the second time in less than 12 months that North Louisiana has been inflicted with a lack of water. I think it goes to show you how we may have, in a large extent, neglected our infrastructure in the name of other types of projects. A civic center and a boat launch doesn't do us any good during a hurricane or a freeze. And it also shows you how important energy is, and how quickly you can go from a first world country to a third world country without, electricity and power. But we fared it much better than y'all did. How did you do at your home, you and Aaron?
Interesting you bring that up, because if you'd like, I can send you a video of my carport roof collapsing. It's fascinating. Which brings us to the next point.
Lots of people are out trying to repair all these roofs that caved in. And there's scam artists out there. How do we avoid a scam artist who wants to fix our roofs?
Well, just like we do during storms, our Consumer Protection Division and our community outreach folks spread out around the state to give good information to our citizens so that they don't feel so that they don't fall prey to scam artists. In fact, this week is Consumer Protection Week, and so whether it's from cars to houses to work to leisure, consumers spend a lot of money each year on necessities and even on luxury items as well. But unfortunately, many fraudsters, they ply their trail, wreaking havoc on our consumers, and they especially dial into consumers when they are at their lowest point or at a point when they really need some help. And so we have a lot of great information at our website at agjefflandry.com. One of the things that we put out there, especially during the storms, is we have an actual model contract that you can use with when you're engaging contractors.
Cool.
On work, just like what many may need. It sounds like Robert may need it for his carport. But if you go to agjefflandry.com, you can find a lot of good tips on our website, things to avoid, model contracts that you can use. Of course, when it comes to contracting, you never want to pay more than a 10% deposit, right? You never want to put all the money up front. You want to be able to have a contract. You want to pay. You certainly don't want to pay with cash. You want some sort of receipt. One of the interesting, neat things that we did during the storms, and we've been doing it actually since the flood of 2015, I believe it was, or 2016, was we ran a little program called Take a Selfie with Your Contractor, right? Mm-hmm. You think about it. If a contractor really wants your business, hey, look, let's take a picture together. If they kind of shy away from that, you kind of start looking and say, well, why wouldn't you want that? Take a picture of their license plate. Put technology to use for us and for law enforcement and to protect yourself. You can take a picture of their driver's license. You can take a picture of their license plate on the vehicle. All of those things, if they intend to defraud you, they're going to be a little bit skittish of. Mm-hmm. But guess what? If you do end up taking a picture of their license plate and they do end up defrauding you, it certainly is a way to help law enforcement track them down.